What's up, guys? Welcome back to Veteran Aquatics. My name is Dylan, and today we're going to build a 620-gallon stand. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a minute. So I just wanted to show you guys the screws that I use really quick. These are self-tapping construction screws. They're 2.5 inches long, which is the perfect length because 2x4s, 2x6s, they're not truly 2x4. They are 1.5 inches wide, or 3.5 inches wide, and 1.5 inches thick. Alright? So the 2.5 inches works great, puts the screw an inch into the wood, holds it together really nice, and you don't have to drill pilot holes. So when I was using the 3-inch long normal construction screws, I would have to go and pre-drill all my holes to avoid splitting the wood. With the self-tapping screws, I do not. I got them at Home Depot, relatively inexpensive. Screws in general are not super expensive, but I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright guys, so behind me you'll see that I have most of the lumber already cut for this stand. The stand is going to hold 6 20-gallon tanks. I'll show you my wonderful architectural drawing here. Boom. Alright, so they're going to go long ways. These are for my breeder tanks, these are for guppies, and maybe swordtails when I get them. But for now, it's just to split up my guppies and make sure everything's in the tank it needs to be in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the 3 rings to hold the tanks. Alright, so I'm going to build one, and then we'll go ahead and time-lapse the other ones. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I built the first rectangle. So the tanks are going to sit long ways across, that way I can fit 2 of them. I'm working with a smaller space, so I need to be able to fit as many as possible. What I'm really trying to do is get these tanks to fit in here as efficiently as possible. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and build the other 3, and then we'll come back. Alright guys, so I have all 3 of the rectangles built. This is where the stands, or the tanks are actually going to sit on the stand. So now I just have to get the main support beams up, and then I'll get the in-between pieces that'll actually hold the weight, and I'll show you guys each step as I go. Alright guys, so I have the supports in, as you can see, so this is pretty much the frame for the stand. The weight of the tank is actually held here, right? So on the 4 corners of a tank, that's where the weight sits. I'm going to put a center brace in here just because. You don't have to, like I said, because the weight is distributed along the 4 corners of the tank. But just for my own peace of mind, I will put one across here. Alright? And then we have to cut 4 more 24-inch pieces for the next rim to sit on. And this will then hold 6 20-gallon tanks. Alright guys, so I'm finally done. So this is what it looks like. Right, the measurements are, the guide board is 60 inches, the length is 30 inches, the middle boards are 21.5 inches, the center boards are 27 inches, the actual weight-bearing boards are 24 inches, and that's it. Alright, so there's 8 weight-bearing boards, 4 guide boards. There are 6 30-inch boards, there are 6 21.5-inch boards, and there are 3 27-inch boards. So if you guys want to build something like this, obviously I have to move my shelves up in order to fit the tanks on the top, but this is going to house 6 20-gallon tanks. Alright, I have 1, 2, 3 currently. I'm going to pick 2 more of them up tonight. And it took me about 2 hours to build, build and cut everything. I have to do a little bit of leveling, but other than that, it came out pretty good, and I am very happy with it. I made them, I gave myself a little bit of extra space in between the tanks. So there's going to be about 2 inches of extra space. That way I can either separate the tanks a little bit, pull them away from the sides a little bit, whatever the case is, so I can run air tubing and stuff like that, so that way I can run my sponge filters. But that's it, guys. This is a 6-gallon, 20-gallon stand. If you found this helpful, if you want to build something like this, go ahead and leave a like and a sub. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, guys, have a phenomenal day.